Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. So some may have realised that we got a brand new mat in and it looks absolutely beautiful. We're also going to try a new deck today, which has been on the channel before a long time ago, and I absolutely love this deck with a passion. We're going to see if we can still use it in 2021, even after all the hits. Indirect hits, I'd like to say, but all the hits. This is Gemini FTK. So with this hand, this is a bit awkward, but should still be fine. We'll summon Doki. Doki can send Analyzer. We're going to get another Analyzer. Okay. We'll use Analyzer. Let's shuffle up real quick. Yeah, Rabbit, Seeker, Rose, this is very nice. Lazuli, and another Analyzer. So we'll grab the Rose here. We'll then Synchro for 6 into Raptite. And use Raptite to see what we can get. Hit a Fusion, a Guardian, a Rose, a Guardian, and a Rose. So we do need to get some other stuff here. Oh, Guardian might be better here. It's very awkward there. We grab the Guardian. We go from here. Now we grab the Rose. Only. Apologies, guys. This is right in my head a little bit. I think we grab a Guardian. We use Rose effect to then send a Tourmaline to copy its name. One thing I didn't know about Rose, does it copy its level or is it just its... Oh, okay, it's just the name. So we can't just ease it on out. We'll go Signs, we'll revive Tourmaline. We'll then link to for Phantom Quartz. Quartz is going to grab us a fusion spell. Get us a Gem-knight fusion. Then from here we're going to use fusion. Pitch off these two. Summon out for Zirconia. An Obsidian will trigger to summon out for Tourmaline. Which then will overlay onto the Guardian to then get a Gallant Granite. I'll use a Granite to then search for a Researcher. There we go. Shuffle up. And because we control a rock, we can smash some Researcher. I'm going to use its effect. Rose is very nice here. We'll grab the Rose. Then we can go use an effect to banish Obsidian to add it to hand. I think we use that here. Send Lazuli to add this back to hand, but then we don't have access to Lapis, so I think we go Rose effect to send a Lapis to then copy its name. Now we can go Fusion. Because the name has been copied, means we can go into the Lady Lapis. We can go Zirconia to banish to then summon up a Rose. Yeah, so here we go. Rose effects to send Lazuli to add Lapis back to hand. We'll use Fusion Effect to banish Lazuli to add Fusion back to hand. That's our hand. We'll use Lady Lapis. Send a Lazuli again. If we haven't already. There we go. To add back the Tourmaline. One thing you need to know about a lot of the Gem-knight cards are not once per turn, which allows stupid things to happen. So now we burnt our opponent for 3k, because this does for 500 for each special summon monsters. Now let's think. We have 2 Gem-knights in hand, which definitely helps. We can link these 2 off. That may be the best option. Yeah, let's link these 2 off. For a Hulk. Hulk will get us another tuner. Right, so now I need to think here again. The issue with this deck now is because there's no Blockjack and there's no like 2 or 3 card combos to FTK, it's all freestyle. So I need to make sure we don't mess anything up here. Because we can go into Apo. So now we can go, oh not that one, we're going to use this one, shuffle these back into deck to infusion summon. Oh, we definitely used one too many cards, didn't we? Alright, let's reverse the game state a little bit. Let's make sure we play this right. So this is on there. Let's go back a little bit further. Well, so we're back at this point. There's definitely a way to FTK with this, and it's so annoying sometimes where you just can't see the line of play. So that is classed as a Gem-knight, so we keep that on the field if possible. I think here we just make the link 2. Make a... We'll make that. Then we'll go Quartz Effect now. We'll shuffle these back into the extra deck and the main deck respectively. Coming out Lady Brilliant Diamond. Brilliant Diamond can then send Lady Lapis to then special out the Master Diamond. Master Diamond can banish Lazuli to copy its effect, then send a Lazuli from deck to extra deck to grave to then burn for 3k, so our opponent's on 2000 life points now. So from here it should be quite straightforward. Link these 2 into a Unicorn. Unicorn effect, discard with Fusion. So then we're going to shuffle back the Master Diamond. Then we're going to use Fusion effect. We will banish out a Lazuli. Then add back to hand. Then we can go Fusion. Use these 3 off for a Master Diamond. I'm going to use that Diamond's effect to copy out Lazuli. I'm going to burn for another 2k. So there we go. We've got another lovely FTK on our hands. It does take a little bit to think through of all the lines. But due to me just putting this together today, I'm still quite new with it. So I just want to show you guys that there is definitely lines of play which you might not see straight away. So it's always nice to reverse the game state if you can. Just to go back and see, okay, what can I do here? Is there any real way I can FTK with this hand? Sometimes there just is, and you don't realize it. Because we needed the extra body on field for the FTK. But we didn't need to summon anything off of Hulk or anything like that, so that's why I went into the Uso instead. So real quick shuffle up. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. Get a rabbit, an unexpected die, a science, a seeker, and a researcher. Right, this is a absolutely amazing hand. So we'll start off with unexpected die. We'll get a lapis out just in case the rabbit doesn't resolve. So we'll do that. We'll normal summon the rabbit. If they hand trap that rabbit, we're fine because we have researcher seeker. But we're gonna say that it does go through just for ease of just FTK, I guess. Okay. So here we'll special out the researcher. We'll link these two off with a quartz, just so we can get another card out of deck. So research is live a lot more. I'll grab that fusion spell, the most broken fusion spell in the game at this moment in time, or since it's been printed, to be honest. A fusion spell which you can use unlimited times in a turn, which recurs itself just for banishing a card, is crazy. We're going to use researcher, get a science, a researcher, a doki doki, a seeker, and a lazuli. I think we might just go with the doki here. And pitch a seeker, get another one. It doesn't really do too much. There's another body on the field. Yeah, I think we'll go with doki. We'll use doki to pitch a seeker to then summon out a seeker. I think it has to be an attack as well. Shuffle up. Let's see what we get. So we'll use the seeker effect. Get an armadillo, a lapis, a fusion, a rose, and a signs. So in this situation, we go with rose all the time because we have normals in the graveyard, which helps us hand a lot. So we can go rose effect, send off a lazuli that adds back a lapis. So from here, we can synchro these two off for the wrap type. We'll do it over here just so we can have nice link arrows. We'll use a wrap type and we'll see what we can get. A rabbit, a researcher, a rabbit, a lapis, and a guardian. I don't think we need another lapis, so I think the guardian is fine here. So let's think. We might actually want the lapis instead. Yeah, we'll go with the lapis just so we can have the name there instead. So this is our field. Quite stacked at the moment, so let's hopefully we can continue with this. We'll go Gem-knight fusion. Use off these two for a lady lapis. Use lapis effect, we'll send a lazuli. Lazuli will add back a lapis to our hand. Which will burn our opponent for 3,000 life points. So we're now on 5,000. We can use fusion engrave to then banish lazuli to add the fusion back to hand. So from here we want that rose to make something useful. We could make a Seraphonite, but there's no way for us to get more guys into our hand, I believe. So I don't think there's much point of that. We can go fusion. We'll use off these two for a Zarconia. Then we can go no, we're going to go fusion first. Go to banish the lazuli, add the fusion back to hand again. We want to do this so we can have just easier access for a quartz. because it does from field, from grave or banished. So banishing your stuff for your Gem-knight fusion just helps a lot. So we'll shuffle 3 to then get a Lady Brilliant. Brilliant then can send a Zirconia, then summon out Master Diamond. No, we have to send a Lady Lapis here, because we used the Lapis to send a Lazuli instead of another Lapis. So here we go, Diamond effect, copy, and then we're going to send the Lady Lapis, and then we're going to effect a burn. So that puts our opponent on 2,000 life points. This should be opening shot here. We're going to go... we can actually do this instead. Summon the Hulk. Hulk gets us a tuner. Doesn't really matter. It just means that we can do the combo with a little bit more. And it means that if we do get stopped at this last point, which we shouldn't really, but it means we have more recovery play if we keep the quartz on field. Then we can use fusion effect, banish. Actually no, we're going to use backtrack a second. We use Rose's effect to special summon itself by banishing Zirconia. I'm going to use Rose effect. We'll shuffle back, or we'll send a Lazuli, which will then add a normal from our grave to hand. We can use fusion to banish that Lazuli, add it to hand. Then we can go fusion, use off these 3 here. Got Master Diamond. I'm going to copy its effect with a Lady Lapis. And if you wanted to burn for 9k, we can do. Use signs, special out the Rose, and then that's 9k there. So we have to FTK the opponent twice, which feels really nice. That hand was a lot easier to do it with just because of how much power we had behind it, especially in the opening. You won't get it as easy as that as every time, which this deck will be extremely hard to pilot if you don't know exactly what you're doing with the deck, or if you're not that good with thinking through freestyle combos. But we'll quickly do one more and see if we can FTK again. If not, we're going to see what sort of board we can build if we can't FTK. There's nothing going to be special, it's just as a backup, because we can still do 6k in a turn, and then also set up like a Nat Beast and a Appaloosa. So if we survive that turn, which we should do, we can just win next turn by either attacking or just by burning. Okay, now this is a decent hand. So we're going to normal summon the Seeker. Oh, actually, are we? Now we can normal, special that later on. We can normal the Obsidian for play. We got the Reborn, so I don't feel like we need to focus on the normal summon for Obsidian. I'm going to use Seeker's effect, Analyzer, Obsidian, Lazuli, Guardian, Trumpeter. So we're going to go with Guardian for now. Then we're going to special the Researcher. Researcher effect, Supplier, Tourmaline, Rose, Guardian, Lazuli. So here I really want to go for the Rose, just so we can get things going. Supply is very tempting, just so we can get more resources, but I think Rose is definitely the smarter pick here. So we're going to use Rose. We're going to send a Lapis, copy its name, and we can use signs to then summon this Lapis back. And we can link to for the Phantom Quartz, grab ourselves a fusion spell, and now let's start playing more from here. Right, so let's think. I feel we need to sync off this Guardian. just because we need more resources on field. So let's use Raptite. We get Obsidian, a Researcher, a Lazuli, an Analyzer, and a Researcher. So we're going to go with Analyzer. We can have another attempt at getting some more material on field. And a Crystal Rose here would be absolutely amazing. Die, Lazuli, a Lapis, Supplier. Right. I'm very tempted to go for Supplier here. The reason is we can go into Gallant Granite. Oh. So we can go into Gallant Granite and also search for a Guardian. But do we need to? Search for another Obsidian. That's anywhere, I think. So in this situation, we'll grab the Lapis. We do need it for the combo. Oh no, not good. Actually no, yeah, we need a Lapis anyway because we have to banish one here. So we'll fusion off these two. That will then get us a Lady Lapis. Obsidian will then trigger to summon out the Lapis from grave. We'll use, since we have no normals in the grave, we'll use Lapis to then send another copy of itself. We'll use the fusion to then banish Obsidian to add back to hand. And from here, I really want to get into some different plays here. I think we're going to go with fusion. We're going to fuse off Lapis and Eliza. Yeah, that's the most awkward one to use for synchro plays. We're going to go into a Zarconia. Right. We can go Link 2 or Hulk. Hulk can get us another a secret at this point because we already used all three, I believe. So from here we can go we do need Lazulis in the cycle. So we go banish Zarconia to special out the Rose. Rose will trigger. Oh, we'll use Rose effect to then send Lazuli. That Lazuli will then add back a Lapis. And then we're going to use the fusion effect to banish that Lazuli, add the fusion to hand. Do we actually need this summon? No. So instead of the Hulk, I'm going to put it back into the deck and we're going to get an Uso instead. Just because of the zone placements, we just need that extra spot free. Then we're going to use Quartz effect, going to shuffle back 2 effect monsters and the fusion. And summon out a Lady Brilliant. Then we can go Brilliant effect, send a Rose, because it is a Gem-knight by name now. I will summon that from Master Diamond. Diamond will then banish Lazuli to then copy its name. We're going to use its effect to... Yeah, we'll send a Tourmaline. So then our opponent's on 2k now. I think this should be more or less sorted. Confused with these two. Wait, we might be one short. Let's think this through. We need to make a unicorn. I'll just banish the Gem-knight. That's we can't really link this off because if we do, then the Seeker is dead in the hand. We haven't used it as a special effect yet. So if we go... Now this is actually quite annoying to think of. We'll play it out, see how we do. Might just be a bit tired and not be seeing the line of play. If we're back into deck. Use fusion, banish, ports, its hand, fuse off these three. Yeah, we got the FTK. Banish this, send any Gem-knight from your deck or extra deck, and that is 8k. It was a little bit difficult to see at the end, but we ended up with it. So that's 3 different ways to FTK, I guess. So just bear in mind, I'm in the very basic stages of building this deck, so it's not the most consistent thing in the world. But as you see there, it can FTK, and it FTK 3 hands. A few of the cards or decisions I probably made along the way weren't optimal, just because I'm not used to this deck again. But hopefully people can see this and see, oh, this deck can still FTK, and hopefully we can put our brains together and find a optimal list for the foreseeable future. So on that note, I'd like to say thank you everyone for watching. It's been a pleasure. Let me know if you need any assistance with anything with Burning Abyss or Gem-knight related, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take it easy.